What's up, guys? It's Canadian, and today we are doing another Zarya VOD review. This one is for subscriber slash OtterBuddy Chotchbeard. Thank you so much, Chotchbeard, for supporting the stream and the YouTube. This is a platinum gameplay. I've really said a funny this is right there. Anyway, this is a platinum gameplay on Horizon Lunar Colony, played on April 11th, so it's about a week old, but that's okay. And when it goes to YouTube, it'll be much older, but who cares? Zarya gameplay, Zarya gameplay. We're going to be looking at his positioning, target selection, reload discipline, ability usage, ultimate usage, all that jazz that goes into being a good Zarya player, and hopefully we can help ourselves and Chotchbeard get better by the end of it. So, let's get into it. By the way, if you're watching this and you want to know how to submit videos, in the description, the very first sentence in the description is a link on how to submit Orisa and Zarya videos. So if you want to submit videos, that's where you can figure out how to do that. I do all tiers, all platforms. You just got to figure out how to submit it and, make sure it's not a stomp, etc. All that's in the rules. So anyways, let's get back to this. Also, thank you, Chotri, for cutting right to the action. I'm kind of sad you missed this initial Symmetra orb for some free charge. It was a little bit of a quick reaction, but it's okay that you missed it because you didn't expect it, so no big deal there. Ooh, that scatter though. This second one, definitely. As a Zarya player, you can definitely use your personal shield here to eat this Symmetra orb. I think Symmetra orbs are about 25, 30 energy, somewhere kind of in that ballpark. So it's no joke. If you would bubble yourself to eat a fire strike, you can bubble yourself to eat a Symmetra orb. So definitely could have hit that one with the personal shield there. If you wanted to treat this like a poke phase, you could have bubbled Ryan and yourself to get about 50 energy. That's definitely not bad considering how long it's going to take to rotate. You probably could get away with that. So. And then right here, you hear the D.Va micro missile sound. You could have stepped forward with personal shield and got some more energy. So, I mean, it's only been 10 seconds into this gameplay, but I'm already getting a sense that something you're going to have to work on is utilizing the poke phase to your advantage as a Zarya player. There's lots of free charge being thrown out by the enemy team, and we haven't seen you really capitalize on any of that free energy. He says, spoiler alert, I missed some more free charge right after this. Yeah, definitely could have bubbled the Rhine there, but now you're in a situation where you're so close to the enemy team that you don't want to bubble your Rhine because then you don't have that protected barrier. It's definitely those first two instances were the big ones, and then this third one, and this one's a little more like 60-40, like 40% I would, 60% I wouldn't, just because you've now closed the gap to the enemy team. There you go, catching those. Look at that, 40 charge. You caught all those micro missiles. You could have done that earlier, and you'd be at 60 charge now instead of 40. But I'm glad that you finally used the personal shield to capture that charge. I like the target focus on the D.Va. You bubble Ryan as he's charging in. I think that was a bit lucky, but he was getting damage, so I like the attention there. Now let's see what happens. We're focusing the D.Va. She's purple. Great target selection. Great. Wait, did you get the grenade? Yes, you did. We see her HP bar, so really nice timing there on the grenade onto the D.Va. Look at this big group here. Alright, so a couple thoughts go through my head right here as you turn this corner. So first, let's rewind, right? You know, alright, as the Zarya player, you should know you just used your personal shield. Obviously, you used it right here to get the charge that enabled you to melt the D.Va mech. Now, when we fast forward, right here, this is when, as a player, my eyes will dart down to my cooldowns. Except I didn't. Down to my cooldowns to see, okay, do I have a personal shield to enable my aggression here onto the baby D.Va, etc. Because what I see is my personal shield still has 4 seconds, so I cannot really commit to this, especially because they have a Hanzo. So as we turn this corner, I'd be thinking to myself, this is now, we have crossed into the overextending territory as Zarya, right? We don't have the personal shield. We've got a good amount of energy, but if we were getting pocketed by like Mercy here, like we saw the little health bar, Mercy's healing us, then I would maybe go for this. But especially because you don't have that personal shield, this isn't as a clear-cut win for Zarya as it could be, right? Zarya fighting 3 squishies with 50 charge, that's like a couple of grenades and you kill them all. At the same time, Hanzo can headshot you, Diva can headshot you, and Mercy right there is going to be healing them. So I'm kind of predicting that you're going to lose this fight against 3 squishies. Nice. You managed to get the Diva, so that was really nice. Oh my god, your healers are paying attention to you. Thank your healers. Whew. I like... now, we talked about how you were overextending, but I think you realize the mistake here. You're probably hitting shift right now. You're like, oh my god, I want to, shield. Then you realize shield's on cooldown, and then you immediately start backing away. So you overstep just a little bit, but you overcorrect and reverse, and I think that's good. You went too far, and then you fall back, and I like the adjustment. I was actually trying to take cover, but didn't realize there was such a nest of baddies back there. And no worries, that's fine. I definitely... The thing is, right here, they were on your screen, right? We saw Hanzo and Mercy. I guess I didn't call it out because I saw them. Wait, what did I just do? I just pressed a button and turned something on, and I saw a notification up there. Oh, well. Anyway, well, I can't re-replicate it. But yeah, I saw them right here, and then Diva got ejected. So that's how I knew they were there. And that was definitely a nice clean kill on the Diva using those grenades. The fact that you grenaded her out of mech enabled you to clean her up with only 2 more grenades. So you see the utility or the usefulness of grenading Diva's mech, because if you hadn't grenaded Diva's mech there, then you were not going to get that kill. Yeah, your healers went big here and really paid attention to you. There's a... Yeah, right here, this is another overextend right here. So you use the bubble to get out, which makes sense. This is fine. So far, so good. And then right here, your Mercy's rezzing Ryan, and I think as Zarya, you wanted to bubble him. And so you were rotating this corner. You're like, I'm going to bubble you, I'm going to bubble you, I'm going to bubble you. But you have to keep yourself safe first before you start bubbling your teammates. It's kind of, that what they say on planes, when the masks fall down, put the mask on yourself first before assisting others. That's basically what happened here. And the reason I bring this up is because right here, you got hit in the face by Hanzo or Scatter, whatever it is, and you're at 150, and you should be instantly pulling back. You're like, never mind, I'm out, I got hit. And, your Reinhardt, he's got 500 HP, so he can live for a little bit. Maybe he'll walk into your line of sight, and then you can bubble him that way, and then you don't really expose yourself so much to all this damage. So unfortunately, you are going to go down. Your Mercy did use the Resurrect, and the Hanzo just cleans you up, because I think you tunnel vision too much on your Reinhardt there. Ooh, that was a really solid dragon.
Sombra. Sombra, maybe find that.
Okay, I like it. You kind of learned from the first time you guys walked through that door. Symmetra's going to have those turrets there. So, good job there. You read the situation, bubble the Rhine, free charge. Now, again, right here, I'm really hoping you personal shield. Diva's looking at you. The Symmetra orb's coming. This is you're about to be an 80 charge Zarya, but all you got to do is press that shift key. No, you just let it. How much did that actually do to you? Oh my goodness, you took 150. Ooh. I thought Mercy was crazy for rezzing him. Yeah, the Mercy, actually, she was really smart. She flew to the body and hit res, and she was falling down on the outside, so it's actually a really smart Mercy play. But yeah, unfortunately, you just missed all that free charge again. Like, you would be... Okay. No, you bubbled as they're all on the ground, so definitely a little bit of a hiccup here with the personal shield. You're bubbling and after the damage has happened, and well, the entire enemy team can't actually hit you, so that's a little awkward.
Our Reinhardt's in, let's follow him.
Good calls. Watching you just enter this fight, I can tell you're just not sure who to attack, what to do. Your Reinhardt charged in. Did he actually hit? Okay, he hit the McCree. All right, so Ryan charges in.
Reinhardt
You have no personal. You've got your projected in
Zen,
two
let's follow him.
seconds. We see Mercy here, Hanzo here. I think Diva is on your right. You see the Winston. And right when you turned this corner with no personal shield, that's again just a slight overextension, but an extension nonetheless. Because if they manage to like, if Hanzo manages to headshot you again right here, by the time you can rotate, around this corner back to safety, you'll probably die. So yeah, so I think, number one is work on utilizing that poke phase for free energy, and number two is when your shield is on cooldown, you really have to play back. I know your Reinhardt has kind of, I don't want to say baited you. I think you've tunneled on your Reinhardt already twice so far in only a minute and 24 of gameplay. Man, I've been talking for 10 minutes on a minute of gameplay. Well, this is going to be a long review, guys. But anyway, um, you're tunneling on your Rhine, and it's good to pay attention to your Rhine. Don't get me wrong. As Zarya, taking care of Rhine, that's kind of your job, your goal. But when he goes in, right, he has the mobility of charge, and Zarya doesn't. So when he goes in, you have to enable him in other ways. Pressure other people off of him, give him a bubble. But you don't have to, run up to him if that's going to put you in danger. No, Mercy was right here giving you a res or resurrecting. Remember, we talked about target focus, right? If you want to be going for those tanks, but if enemy heroes are providing themselves to you as better targets with less danger, you want to go for them. So Diva's asleep, so she's kind of a decent target, but you have such low charge you can't really burst her down. And then the Mercy is immobilizing herself right next to you. This is definitely the target to go for. So unfortunately, we do see some, uh, you know, target selection mishap. McCree cleans up the Diva. No, you had projected barrier. No. Okay, so McCree cleaned up the Diva right here. You hear the sound cue for the dragon. You see the dragon, and you have projected barrier, and you see that it's coming towards your Rhine. So really a missed opportunity here to protect your Reinhardt from this dragon strike.
Rezzing Ana. Oh crap.
That was a little bit unlucky, but also definitely a little bit of misplays there. So who did Mercy resurrect? She resurrected the McCree, which just brings more DPS back to the red team. You could have saved. I mean, right. I saw it right as it happened, but Mercy flew to Rhine like right as the dragon came through, so you could have bubbled her also potentially.
Rezzing
Um, yeah, unlucky. Of all the times you finally bubble your Rhine in the poke phase, there's actually no damage coming. So I definitely say the poke phase is really up there on, something to improve on. And that's something I need to improve on too. That's for lots of Zarya players. I get way too. This is my own fault. I play so I don't want to say passive because passive's not the right word. I play so reserved with my barriers because I really want to make sure I have them for the fight. That a lot of times I will also miss poke phase energy, and that's something I'm trying to actively work on.
We've got 3 going down bottom left. Bottom left. We've got 3 going down.
I like how you weren't bubbling the Winston damage by itself, and then once Hanzo kind of, I don't know if you guys can see it, but once Hanzo in the back here, he turns from looking this way to looking at us, then we use the bubble. So I like that discipline on the bubble.
We've got 3 going down bottom left.
Obviously you've got Grav, but they have Diva, so you got to be a little careful here. Ooh, EMP into Grav is good because then Diva can't defense matrix. That's that's an opportunity.
Really good, really good. Let's stay centered on the point. Let's not let anybody get too.
Careful. I know Diva's not on your screen, but you know where she is. Diva is to your right, and if she turns defense matrix on over where you're trying to shoot it, she will still eat it. So be careful here.
Hanzo's outside the door.
Okay, see, now is a chance for to grab also because Diva is not in her mech, so she cannot eat it. So this is another opportunity to use that Graviton. You guys are +1 right now, I think, because you guys got a kill on McCree, and then they res, and then you guys just killed Symmetra. Ooh, also a tip about bubbling like self-destructs and stuff as Zarya, you want to wait till the last second so it gives the enemy team the least amount of time to pop your shield. So if you shield right away like we see here and then Hanzo had scattered you and destroyed your shield, then you're dead. So that's why you want to wait till the last second so the enemy team can't destroy your shield before the bomb goes off.
Can you stun him?
Um, the first grenade made sense because you wanted to burst Baby Diva down before she got into mech. But the second grenade, once she's in mech and you're super high charge, you want to just stick to the laser because actually you were at 21 ammo. Actually, never mind.
Can you stun him? Thank you.
Good target focus. I don't think you need to grab. I think you are up 2 or 3 here. I think you're in the clear. So I'm kind of hoping you don't grab, but if you did, I could understand it. I haven't been tracking the numbers that well, but I've seen Symmetra in the kill feed and Winston in the kill feed, which means you guys are at least +2. Yeah, good job. Good job. Sometimes not grabbing is as commendable as grabbing. Nice kill on the Hanzo there. I'm so proud of you for not grabbing, honestly, and I mean that in a positive way because so many Zaryas would have grabbed there. Oh, I finally got Diva Mech. I'm gonna grab, but you were paying attention to the pace of the fight. You knew, okay, none of us have died. We've already invested a few ultimates here. So kudos for not grabbing. To be fair, if Hanzo scatters you without your shield up, you're dead anyway. You're dead if he gets a perfect scatter off. He still has to get a perfect scatter off to deal the 400 plus damage. So if he misses even a little bit, then you'll still be alive.
Alright, wait for us. We're going top.
I would have grabbed. Yeah, most people would have.
Falcon.
That was a great pin by your Ryan. Oh my, did you see that? He got knocked off the edge and still pinned this Winston. This is a reload go in situation.
Alright, let's get on point.
Bubble.
Tools are on.
No, you were so close.
Alright, let's get on point.
So this is a mistake that I also have made in recent times when I'm playing Zarya is I was standing too close to my Reinhardt. I know that sounds weird to say, but when you stand so close to your Rein, it makes it hard to bubble him because you have to turn so much in order to get the bubble onto your allied Reinhardt. So right here what happens is you both drop down. You guys are standing right on top of each other. So number one, this is really good for the enemy team because the Reinhardt is hitting both of you instead of just one of you, right? So you want to stand a little bit, away and behind. That way you can A, see your Rein, and B, damage whoever's he is damaging. So you're standing a little too close, and then, right, this is a perfect example. As you go to bubble him, since you're standing too close together, and you got knocked up by Rein, don't get me wrong, I see you getting knocked up by Rein. You're not able to hit it in time, and then he does get killed. Now, hopefully, you're going to save this bubble and bubble your Mercy as she goes for this resurrect.
Heals are on point. Round Reinhardt. Never mind.
I was looking over the edge from because I was sure he fell off. Initially, yeah, that was just a crazy charge by Orion upstairs.
Damn it.
Oh, you guys both died? That's a rip. This is what I mean too, right? The red Reinhardt got so much value out of both of you standing next to each other that he actually killed both of you. That's actually insane right now. He was swinging, hitting both of you. That's actually insane.
Heals are on.
You did have, you didn't actually have personal shield. That's unlucky.
Never mind.
Damn it.
Three on point. Three on point.
Remember when we're coming back to a fight, you want to make sure you bubble someone that really needs it, right? So as we're
Yeah, for sure.
coming back, we see Reinhardt nano boosted. So don't get me wrong, that's definitely something to pay attention to, but I don't think you needed to bubble him right away. He's full HP, he's got the nano boost, he's okay. But what we did see is the Winston just jumped in and is attacking a bunch of our squishies. So even though we bubbled him, as we turn this corner, chances are he's going to be on someone and we are going to want to bubble that ally instead. Anna seems to be okay, but Mercy. I mean, not that you could have saved this Mercy because she. I don't know where she died actually, but nice. You blocked the scatter. Ooh, that was actually so risky. You grabbed at the diva flying straight at you. If I was that diva, I would be. Usually, I fly to point with defense matrix on, so you can block some initial damage that they try to throw at you. But oof, that was so close. Catching the Tracer in grab is really big, definitely, because she's so annoying stalling out these points. Kill the Tracer, please, I'm begging you. Okay, someone else did it. Probably, again, you probably didn't need to bubble that. You're getting away with it because the enemy team is staggering. Oh my god, the stall is ridiculous. There you go. That was a much better bubble because you hear the sound effect. You bubbled yourself because Mei was on you. This is actually ridiculous. This is 2 CP. Ooh, nice. Your Anna played that well. Why is that Tracer jumping so much? This is so chaotic.
Valky. Everyone on.
Oh, yes! See, this is... The patience is rewarded. How long were you holding on to this bubble? Let's see here. 2, 1. So you have it, you have it. People are fighting. You're still holding this barrier because nothing's happened yet. And you get the clutch save because you didn't just toss the bubble out like we saw with those other bubbles. The patience is rewarded. Oh, so good. Mwah! What a beautiful bubble to save one of your main healers, enabling this push to happen is so beautiful. Kudos, kudos, so good.
Everyone on.
Oh, oh man, that was so beautiful. By the way, the just the spacing we see right now with Reinhardt and Zarya, this is the kind of ideal spacing as Zarya Rein. You have eyes on Reinhardt, you can see what's attacking him, you can bubble him in emergency, you can also 180 onto your backline and Reinhardt won't accidentally step in front of you. This is really the ideal spacing. Maybe a little bit closer depending on who he's fighting, but from this distance you can attack who he is attacking while still keeping your eyes on him. Should have grenaded. You should have grenaded. Right here, you should look right at the ground and grenade.
Focus Moira.
Bubble your Anna, bro. Bubble your Anna. I'm scared for your Anna. Oh my god, she's actually alive. This is actually ridiculous. Dude, that Torbjorn actually snuck over there and built a turret?
That 2 CP stall.
Oh my god, dude, that was like
was a
a
battle.
minute, and that was like a 90-second stall by the other team. Alright, so we have looked at 5 minutes of footage and we're already at 23 minutes of VOD review. This is classic VOD review, but I don't care. I hope you guys are enjoying this VOD review as much as I am. I don't believe in making shortcuts in VODs because every single moment is a moment for improvement or to, positive reinforcement of what people are doing correctly.
Yeah, it's on at Lucio now.
Let me know when they're coming up the stairs so I can get out of the way.
I just once again I want to commend you for paying attention. You see the red team, you see them leaping in, you see your McCree, you see your Anna on point right there when she says group up with me. You're like, oh
Coming
hey,
down, they're coming.
Winston just jumped in, and my Anna is by herself on the point. So right now your awareness of your teammates at this exact moment is so
Coming
good
up the stairs.
because you're like, you know what, Anna needs a buddy, and I'm gonna be that
If I can
buddy.
get out of the way.
Oh my god, look at the awareness too. You look, you see Anna is okay. You look back over to your team, you're like, oh hey, there's a Reaper attacking my Junkrat. Now, you're going to body block with your personal shield instead of your projected barrier. You really could have done either way, but still, I like the decision there. Probably didn't need that bubble, but that's okay. Your team has now regrouped on the point. Alright, yep, back
Maybe that
up.
wasn't our Hanzo.
You guys are +2 right now. No, don't fight the Hanzo. You don't have your barrier. Don't do it, 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 don't do it. Alright. You got away with that because your Mercy was healing you. This right here is just kind of a communication mishap between you and Reinhardt. You were fighting without your barrier. You were fighting long enough that you got your barrier back, so then you used your barrier to disengage, which is the right use here because you were gonna die. You considered going back in. You're like, you know what? I'm not gonna fight this Hanzo. You bubble here because you're afraid of the scatter arrow getting headshot. Your Mercy's on you, so you disengage. You disengage right as your Reinhardt goes in. And this isn't your fault. This isn't Ryan's fault. This is just both of you were on a different page, right? Reinhardt was not fighting, but he sees his off tank fighting. He's like, oh, okay, if she's fighting, I'll go and help. But you fighting is the initial mistake that leads to your Ryan making the mistake. So it just kind of snowballed out of control there. So right as you jump off, Reinhardt goes in, and you do not have eyes on him for a bubble. Unfortunately, you were looking for it. Don't get me wrong. I see you looking for that bubble. But unluckers there. He goes and at least he brings one down. You can maybe bubble Mercy and get that res off, but I would not advise that because the entire red team is congregated in that area. Now the Junkrat is picking off a couple people, making this more viable.
Resing Junkrat.
You can kill him. You can kill him. I believe. Yeah. Fighting Hanzo's when you have the high ground advantage, Star Wars reference, is because it makes it that much harder for him to scatter arrow you. So this is actually a big fight. Even though you don't have barrier here, this is a big fight in your favor. A, he's weak. B, you've got some charge. And C, you have the high ground. Now, we've talked about this before. You go on a little bit of a solo mission here.
Resing Junkrat.
And while you executed the solo mission well, you used your personal shield, you used your energy to defeat this Hanzo in the 1v1, you have your projected barrier up, and you are removing that utility away from your team, right? So on the back side of this fight, your Anna dies, and maybe, and your Mercy dies too. So maybe if you had been there with the projected barrier, you could have saved them, right? So that is the danger of going on these solo missions while you still have that projected barrier available. What's up, Glitch? How's it going? You bubbled too early. Remember, when you're fighting a diva, wait for their micro missile cooldown because that is the biggest burst of damage that they have. Once they do that, you bubble, you get all. They literally cannot stop their micro missile, so you get all that free charge, which will just enable you to shred diva even better. No, oh wait, I was about to say you could have grabbed it, but you already used your barrier.
On my way back.
We're stable for now.
Good.
Right here. So I'm just gonna turn it up super loud.
Stable for now.
Good.
Right there, we heard the micro missile cooldown. Definitely, I know I'm getting close to being a broken record, but definitely utilize that poke phase damage to build up your energy for the incoming team fight. I wanted the Hanzo dead really badly because of how well he did in round 1. That's true, and like I said, you executed the 1v1 well, but you know what? There's pros and cons, right? You took out one of the carry players, but at the same time, both of your healers died, and the fact that they didn't manage to take the point when both of your healers are dead is kind of surprising in and of itself. But who knows what was happening on that side of the fight? I like how you. I actually like this. This is extreme bubble discipline. First of all, your McCree is just going crazy. Number one. Number two, you see that he's running away from the Winston with this adorable little hopping animation, and you see that the lightning is not actually hitting him. So through some immaculate 9,000 IQ bubble discipline, you're like, hey, Winston's chasing him, but he's not actually getting hurt, so I don't need to bubble him here. But you are still paying enough attention to him that you were ready to bubble him. I want everyone's barriers to be this disciplined because this is some crazy discipline. Yeah, you finally do give him the bubble, and then you body block for him too. So really good use of the bubble there to keep one of your DPS players alive. And D.Va just gives you the micro missiles.
Reaper on point. Valking.
I have no doubt that was actually. I have no doubt, Glitch, that he was thinking in his head, okay, McCree is safe. He's not getting damage. I can save the bubble to cover his retreat. I have no doubt. I have full confidence in Chotchbeard.
Get on point if you want heals. Oh, wow.
That Hanzo's got a good position, for sure. Oh my God, Mercy's going for it. Oh my God! And the bubble to enable that. I like the heads up play there on the Valk Mercy to enable her to kill the carry of the red team.
Eve on point. Eve on point.
You were trying to catch the micro missiles there, but then the Ryan charged in. No worries. Great follow-up bubble on the Ryan as he's trying to secure this kill on the D.Va. I think you missed the grenade on the mech. Yeah, you missed the grenade because she got pinned and then slept, so it's just kind of a weird animation, so no worries there about missing the grenade.
I mean, McCree.
I love that you're cutting out the lulz. Can everybody do this? It's so beautiful. There we go. That was much better timing. Yep. Also, doing that really helps your Reinhardt because it protects your Reinhardt's barrier from 1,000, shield damage. Nice, you guys are +1. I think you meant to bubble your Rein there. Wow, that McCree literally just walked, or I'm sorry, that Reaper literally just walked in. That's kind of crazy. I think this is actually just a good attack from the red team. They attacked you from one side to enable their Reaper to walk in. Yeah, I mean that's a whole the blue team as a team kind of messed up there. The fact I don't know. That's kind of a combination of the blue team messed up and the red team made a smart play because they attacked one side and then distracted you. But that is unlucky. Yeah, yep, that sucks. No, why would your Reinhardt Earth shatter, dude? There was so many people on your team dead. That's a big mistake on the Reinhardt. Good again. Kudos to you to not grabbing there. I mean, you would think no one would grab there. And I would hope that's correct, but the fact that you didn't grab there, I just want to point that out, call it out, reaffirm that positive behavior. Don't grab when it's 6 versus 3. That's not a good idea. Ryan could have 1v6 easy. Dude, the biggest throw that I've ever participated in was because a now pro player baited me earth-shattering like 2 versus 6.
Hanzo's top.
Alright, again, you caught the micro missiles. Really nice. Ooh, I like the grab placement. Now, just so we're talking about avoiding defense matrix as Zarya, right? Technically, D.Va could have still eaten this because you didn't walk directly up to the the pole. At least that's what it looks like, right? Because if we watch this frame by frame, you see the projectile has to travel just a teeny distance to impact the pole. Right here, you see it traveling to the pole right here. These 3 frames. And those 3 frames, D.Va could have eaten the grav. So if you are gonna launch a grav, directly into a pole like that, make sure you are as like touching it. Make sure you are eating the wall with your mouth, so there is no space for the grav to quote unquote travel. And then you pray that for some ungodly reason, D.Va does not still eat it with Defense Matrix. So I like the graviton placement. I like it a lot. The whole enemy team stacked up here. You're playing around D.Va, shooting into this wall. The enemy team doesn't have a shield to. Whoa, that was loud. Squirtle Pone, thank you so much for the Prime sub, dude. Welcome back to the Auto Buddy, dude. Let's get some hearts in the chat for our newest Auto Buddy. Thank you so much. So I like everything about this. The only thing that I hope to see in the next 5 seconds is you're going to bubble your Reinhardt to enable him to swing at the Graviton with impunity because he has the protection from your projected barrier.
Top.
See, like right there, the Winston bubble is gone, which makes this Graviton even better. I think you're trying to bubble him, but you can't. Yeah, you're trying. Oh my god, thank your healers! Thank you. You're getting pocketed by both healers. You better thank your healers at the end of this. No, focus the Lucio! Alright, he still died.
D.Va's one, D.Va's one.
Ah, you didn't grenade the D.Va mech.
Reaper in back.
She died, but... You know, what's funny is, actually, she didn't have to die. You had a bubble here. You could have just looked over and bubbled Mercy, got some more free charge, and still killed the Reaper. So I know you were, this is just like a small mistake because it doesn't really matter. You guys won the fight. But it's still good Zarya mechanics, right? When you see your healer getting focused by DPS and you've got the bubble, just, take this, half second, 1 second to put that bubble on your healer, get that energy, kill the DPS, etc. He also waited for Defense Matrix. D.Va's often will Matrix twice in a row. I don't know about that. I think they do Matrix twice in a row pretty often. You should always grenade the D.Va mech to get the 11 brag about gold medals at the end. Lol. Yeah. Alright, I'm out of curiosity. I want to go back here and see how many ults were used by both teams. So, let's go all the way back here. We know the Dragon Strike comes through. Sound Barrier. Let's see what else.
Hanzo's top.
Alright, so guys, help me here. So the blue team uses Graviton. The red team uses Dragon Strike and Sound Barrier. I think the red team also used Valkyrie, is what it sounds like.
Ah, Junkrat died, crap.
Using junk.
Okay, there's the red team Valkyrie. So 3 ults for the red team. And what's the numbers advantage? Just also check numbers advantage. So let's see. It's even, then each team, so it's even right now. The numbers are even. So it's okay, so you guys used Grav and Earth Shatter. Also, the order of them, you guys grabbed and then Earth Shattered are obviously not ideal. You want to shatter first, then grab, but you can't always do that, so no big deal. So it's 2 ults for the blue team, 3 ults for the red team so far. 3 ults for the blue team now that the Nano Boost comes out. And it was even fight. So this is a pretty even fight from both teams, actually. No team really committed too much to the fight. They every team was kind of reacting to the other team, and it wasn't like everyone pressed their alt key. So kind of interesting to see such an even, well-measured fight, at this ELO.
Reaper in back.
I didn't grenade the mech because I think I knew Reaper was chasing Mercy. You knew Reaper was chasing Mercy, but you didn't bubble your Mercy. Like right here is when you could have bubbled Mercy. I think they were fighting. Let's see, this is at 3 seconds. Let's just count. I think they were fighting for like 2-3 seconds, and you didn't bubble the Mercy at all. Yeah, they were bubbling for about 2 seconds. It's funny how fast everything's actually happening. Exactly. Everything happens so fast in Overwatch, which is why my preferred review style is pause, rewind, and just do it over and over and over again until I get an understanding of what happened in that team fight. I didn't have the bubble initially, and then she kind of got out of my sight. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Just the only like again, this is like I'm nitpicking. Just to as Zarya, you could have worked just a little bit harder there to turn to the Mercy and put the bubble on. But like I said, it's not a big deal. She's gonna be alive, so don't worry about it. Nice, you're doing a pretty solid leapfrog here. Where was your projected barrier? I missed it. Uh, uh, the reason I'm not a fan of this is because beyond this door, we don't actually know what's happening. I mean, Reinhardt hasn't really communicated what's happening, and as Zarya with her own two eyes, we don't know what's happening. So I would have waited a bit to utilize those bubbles because we don't know if they're close, they're far, regrouping, what spam damage is coming our way, and in terms of farming energy, if that was the goal of this barrier, which it seems like it is, you have the personal shield available, and again, my preferred farm energy method is if you have both barriers available, utilize the personal shield first, and then if you still have a chance to farm energy, then use the projected barrier. I noticed that when I was rewatching it, knew you would mention it. You know me well. Like right here, as we turn through the door, we see there's really like Genji and Ana, so really there was no reason to bubble. And then of course, right as I say that, Roadhog and Diva appear. So nice. I like the personal shield to protect Ryan's shield. Now we just gotta back up. Don't fall off though. Okay. Where is this Reaper? Oh, you guys are minus a lot.
Reaper in the back, he's causing some havoc.
Damn, dude, your team and paying attention to Reaper, your team is struggling, and that's not a you thing. That is a team thing. Like, why were Junkrat and Ana on the low ground? I mean, these are questions that I ask myself.
We got Reaper in the back.
And Reaper is so loud. His walking noise is so loud. How did he just walk into this and get two big kills? Pay attention to your... Oh, no, that was still good too. Ooh, are you gonna get it? Yeah! Way to go! Target selection on point here. All right, let's talk about... I had a bunch of thoughts right as they fell off the high ground, so I'm gonna try and digest all of them and, share them with you guys. So, okay. They jump off the high ground. You guys are down two. Your McCree cleans up the Reaper. Thank God. This pick is actually huge in equalizing this fight. So they jump off the high ground. And again, we talked about it. I like the spacing that we have here. You are in a position to attack who Ryan is attacking, as well as keep an eye on Ryan if he needs help. So I like this spacing. They jump down. You're focusing the Roadhog, which is good target selection here. Your own Ana sleeps him, I think, which is like she shoots the Genji and it gets reflected into Reinhardt, which is unlucky. Now I think you are aware that Roadhog's hook is down, so your Reinhardt is not in danger of getting hooked, which I think is I think that's why you turn away from Ryan, because you kind of believe he's going to be safe for a few seconds, and that is again that game sense, awareness, discipline, whatever you want to call it, that is really important to how this fight plays out. Because if you had bubbled, like a lot of people, and me, I've made this mistake plenty of times, right when my Ryan goes to sleep, and also I've not made this mistake, just to clarify, but right when Ryan goes to sleep, people will bubble him, which is not what you want to do. If you want your Ryan to wake up, right, that's what you want. So if he takes like some chip damage, that's good, your Ryan will wake up. But if he's going to get hooked by Roadhog, bubbling him as soon as he goes to sleep isn't going to protect him. So you want to pay attention to him, so then if he gets hooked and pulled by Roadhog, then you bubble him and absorb the shot, obviously, because that's what you do versus Roadhog. So not bubbling Ryan here, again, really, really good discipline. You see the Mercy, you're paying attention here, you're thinking, okay, I could shoot Roadhog or I could shoot Mercy, but since Mercy is closer to me and she's the better target, I'm going to shoot the Mercy. Great target selection. She literally flies into your team. So again, we talked about it, when those priority targets expose themselves like this, you go after them, and you go after it. I mean, you really, really, really do. She flies into your team, you turn around, you see your McCree's in danger, a great bubble here, again, because you know the Roadhog hook is down on the other side, and you're just all over this Mercy because this Mercy made a huge mistake, and you punish that mistake, and that's, like, this is such a good play here, And it's all because the red team made a bunch of mistakes. The Roadhog threw his hook at a Rhine shield. Okay, that's silly. And then the enemy Mercy just flew into your team. Another mistake by the red team. And all it takes to be a good player in Overwatch is to punish these enemy mistakes while making as few mistakes as possible yourself. So I think these like 5 seconds is a great example of you did not make a lot of mistakes and you punished enemy mistakes. And this is really the epitome of good play here. So good job, Chotchbeard. Really, really good job. Such a good kill. Oh, man. That was just beautiful target selection. And look, you're pressuring the Genji, right? Because Roadhog is off on the left. You see the Roadhog off on the left, but the Genji's the one next to you. You're like, hey, I'm just going to shoot you. You're right here. And bam, you pressure this dude out so hard.
Hanzo's on Genji now.
That was such a good... Like, you and McCree, I think, kind of single-handedly, or double-handedly, because I said two people, kind of turned that fight back into your favor. It started out really bad, and then because you punished those enemy mistakes, you're able to turn that, you know, what looked bad fight into a pretty easy win. You didn't really have to work that hard to turn it into a win. All you did was punish those enemy positions. I like that you were on the high ground, realized your Ryan's not with you, and then abandoned the high ground. Also, for anyone watching, just real quick, a quick rotation up to the high ground as Zarya is you can jump on this tire, grenade jump on here, and then grenade jump on here. If for some reason you really want to get to the high ground, you can go 1, 2, 3 as Zarya. I know. I was about to say I know you're considering Grav, but okay, so you have Riptire. Okay, so that's good. You do have the Riptire. The only thing missing here is I want you to be communicating with your team and your Junkrat, especially. Hey, I have Graviton. I'm looking to use it this next fight. Junkrat, please, you know, pay attention. Get ready to Riptire combo with me because me watching from your perspective, I knew you were going to go for this grab. Genji's not in a position to reflect it. You saw, I think, a few members on that high ground, and you want to do this grab, but your team, this is going to catch your whole team by surprise. Yeah, you're catching Genji, Reaper, and, I'm sorry, Genji, Roadhog, and Mercy, I'm pretty sure. The Riptire does come out. Oh, your Ana missed the bio grenade. Yep, and the Riptire. Your Junkrat's like, oh, we're grabbing? But...
Sorry, I should have said something with that.
Yeah, I mean, you recognize your own mistake. Now, it does work out. It was just a really kind of sloppy fight by the blue team as a whole, but that sloppy fight was instigated by you with the kind of awkward grab, and then the Junkrat's trying to respond with Riptire. So communication, guys, is so important, especially as Zarya. Communicate your own barrier cooldowns if that's something your team needs to know. That, like, hey, why aren't you being aggressive, Zarya? Well, my barrier's on cooldown. Okay, we get it. Hey, why aren't you bubble me? Well, my barrier's on cooldown. So, like, hey, I have barrier in 5 seconds. And then communicating around the Graviton is so important to making sure your Gravitons are greatatons. Can I get away with that? Greatatons. I don't know. I don't like it. But anyway, I did say something like 20 seconds earlier. Yeah, 20 seconds is a long time in Overwatch.
You're all purple.
I really don't agree with the shatter because you guys were already +2. There was no reason to push this far to quote unquote exert your dominance. This is basically a waste of shatter. If you don't actually kill anything here, it's going to be an extra waste of shatter. Oh my god. Someone's on point. Reload. This is a time to reload. Oh, you didn't.
Buzzing Reinhardt.
Oh my god, that nano boost though. Rip. Yeah, you're right. You're like, yeah, mistakes were made. Your Ryan went too far. Your Ryan baited your whole team into this. Like, let's see where the mistake started. Right here, he got hooked, so you got a great bubble. I missed that bubble, but I want to call that out. That is a great bubble. Your Ryan got hooked. For he didn't have to be here. He even, your bubble enabled him to retreat, and then and then he goes.
You're all purple.
Yeah, he goes back in. It just, yeah, this is a mistake. And this is what I was talking about, right? Overwatch, in my opinion, is a game about punish enemy mistakes and minimize your mistakes. And what happened here, we were just talking about how well, Trashbeard was doing punishing those enemy mistakes while minimizing his own. And then, of course, right after that, a couple of mistakes come out, not from just him, but from the blue team. And then I'm pretty sure they're going to lose this point because the enemy team, the enemy team was getting absolutely stuffed. But because the blue team started making mistakes, they were able to walk in and capture this, right? The blue team, we kind of messed up a few of our ultimates, definitely wasted at least one. And everyone's just, fighting for their lives. Unlucky. That was a good stun by McCree, I'll give him that. Yep. That was unfortunate. Again, just another thing. If this Genji is just sitting here throwing shurikens, you can just eat some for some free charge. I don't know if it's too much, but it's enough. It's a little bit. I think each shuriken does 27 damage, so 20, 40, 60. It's like 100 damage, and you get it's like 20 energy or so from like a shuriken blast. I'm pretty sure. So that fire strike, some more energy.
Are they coming up the stairs?
The fact that this Reaper is getting away with these teleports is actually insane.
Are they coming up the stairs?
Good bubble, though.
Reaper on our right.
He raped away. Although that doesn't mean anything anymore.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Watch this Mercy. Here, I'll mute it so it doesn't make the funny noise. Oh, my God, dude. She barely got... Oh, that was so close. Whew. That was a close call. Not sure about this bubble. I think you kind of just panicking a little bit here. No. Yeah, you had to. I take it back. You had to do this. Chase him down, though. Chase him down.
Reaper's 1, no Wraith.
Oh. Yeah, you messed up a bit here. When you saw... Ooh, that was... Arkham Knight 678. Thank you for the Prime sub, man. Welcome to the Auto Buddies, dude. Yeah, you should have... Let's get some hearts in the chat for our latest Auto Buddy. You should have, right when you saw him kiting this way, you could have maybe cut him off. It's really not a big deal, just unluckers that he got away.
Reaper's 1, no Wraith.
Remember to say Reaper's 1, no Wraith form, and where he is. The location of the enemy callouts is so important. And people say, like, Genji is really weak. Like, okay, he could be really weak anywhere on the map. So just make sure you include the location. He's really weak, headed for the Mega Health Pack, right? Your team kind of knows, okay, the Mega Health Pack's here. They'll kind of divert their attention to this area, and then they will, be able to kind of capitalize on your callouts.
In the bottom.
By the way, guys, thank you so much for the subs today. Hearts in the chat for all the new Auto Buddies.
I don't know who.
Hey, I think it's going to work out. Yeah, it's going to work out.
On the stairs.
Good shield there. Ooh, that was such a good grenade.
I have Valk for their next push.
I'm really bad at calling out locations quickly. Definitely an area of improvement. Dude, the red team is not respecting this Mei at all. That was a good bubble on your Ryan. Nice. That was actually really efficient ammo usage. Laser. Finished it off with the grenade. Really nice.
Reaper on point.
Nice.
He's dead.
Nice.
The Mei pick just coming through for the blue team here. Holy moly.
All right. Draw at worst.
Okay, that's a big pick already. You had to bubble here because I think you were afraid of getting hooked, which makes sense. No big deal. That Torb's just gonna get rezzed. You got the Torb and the turret. So right here, this is kind of, and I didn't talk about it much, but I think right here is a great example of communicating with your main tank can be really important. Ryan, I've got bubble for you. You can get aggressive, you can charge, and I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready to take you in my arms and bubble you, you precious, precious main tank flower, so you can go in and make a play. Because right now is the time to get aggressive, right? That Mercy is gonna try and get a resurrect, and if you get aggressive, you're gonna really make it tough for her to do that. So you bubble him. Don't get me wrong. You do bubble him, but he's not ready for this bubble. He's not like, oh crap, I'm bubbled now. Maybe if he charges, the bubble will go away. Also calling out the Roadhog hook being down. It's kind of a big cooldown that your Ryan usually wants to pay attention to. Um, and you really didn't get any value out of that bubble, unfortunately. So that's where communication between the off tank and the main tank, especially as Zarya Ryan, can really come through and make our barriers be a lot better. Now, this McCree, who is that? Sombra, excuse me. That's unlucky, right? You just bubbled, and then your Sombra goes in and gets blown up. I mean, this is a hindsight thing, which I really don't do that often, but that's unlucky right there.
Crap.
Resing Sombra.
Oh my god, Mercy, why would you do that? What was she thinking? That was a big mistake.
Just get out and regroup.
Yep, that's a good decision.
Don't prolong this.
They're down a few.
Your McCree is freaking a monster. Oh my god,
Yeah,
your
dude.
call was 1000% correct because you guys were only actually right here. You guys are -1, right? You guys killed Torb, but they killed 2. So this is still fightable. Not I don't know about winnable. It's still fightable.
Just get out and regroup.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, right now you're -2, so yeah, this is the part where you want to retreat.
Don't
But your
prolong this.
McCree just explodes, and no one can fault you for saying, "Hey, why did we run away? Why didn't we fight that?" Well, no one expected McCree to just get a bunch of kills there.
Yeah,
He
sorry.
killed
No.
he killed both healers. It's actually insane.
It's a Torb turret next to
I'm
us.
down.
Oh, mercy, no.
Next to
I'm
us.
down.
Oh my god, your Pharah is super weak too. This is Oh my god, your Ryan actually got a pin. Bubble the Ryan. Ah, you were trying and then you got hooked. That's so unlucky. This is another thing again, communication between the main tank. It's also on the main tank to communicate. He didn't say a peep about I'm charging in. Like, you were doing the right thing. You used your barrier. You're not playing as aggressive because that protection for Zarya is down. And then your Reinhardt is he just goes balls in, and you're just like, oh god, I'm trying to bubble you. And of course, like, you can't because there's no communication. I mean, he got the McCree, which is huge, and he got the turret, which is big, but if only he had communicated his intention, right? You could have rotated over here and bubbled him and been just grenading all of them in that little cubby as the Reinhardt creates space. So it's so close to being so good, but no one's really saying anything, which makes it so much harder. Yeah, you were about to bubble him right there, but then you got hooked. It's so unlucky. He actually got the Earth Shatter off before he died. That's insane.
Oh, I think we might have got it.
Wow. Your Reinhardt with the 20 IQ plays managed to make it work. Holy moly. He charged in with no support, no Zarya bubble, no communication, hit somebody, managed to build up Earth Shatter right there. Ooh.
Nice.
Man, that was a game. Well, that's gonna be it for this review. Like I said, work on the poke phase thing. What else? That was the main thing for sure. I think there's some improvements to be made with the projected barrier. I'd say communication is gonna be high up there for you also. Projected barrier improvements, kind of work on the Ryan spacing a bit, take the extra second to, bubble your healers if needed, but, you also had some beautiful, magnifique projected barriers like that on your Anna as she got stuck with the pulse bomb. So you're in the right mindset. You just gotta, kind of clean up a little bits here, clean up a few bits here and there. Gravitons, your discipline when to not grav is really good. Keep that going. I think it's better to have not grabbed and wish you had than to grab and wish you had it, because if you didn't grab and you wish you had, there's still an opportunity to use the grab. And again, that's assuming the game's not about to end, etc. Your beam grenade discipline is pretty good. Your target selection is pretty good. Both of those could use a little bit of improvements. But yeah, the main thing is poke phase energy as well as communication are your top two. And then coming in at number three is going to be a little bit higher quality projected barriers. Um, all right, guys, that's gonna be it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you learned something, consider giving it a like and subscribing. You can also watch these live on Twitch, catch them after Twitch on YouTube, or get announcements when both of those happen on Twitter and Discord. All those links will be in the description, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a good one.